Welcome, beautiful soul. Shadow and I are going to share with you a very simple, short routine. And as it was a new moon yesterday, it's the beginning of the year, I want you to think of a word, or maybe a couple of words, that are going to be your words for this year, something you want to embody, something you want more of. So my 3 words are integration, taking everything I've learned over the past year, which has been a massive growth experience, integrating more playfulness in my life, acceptance, accepting what is as I focus on what I want to create, and fearless, fearless. So think of what you want to embody, what you want to bring into this year, what you want more of. Now, so it may come to you now, or it may come to you later. It's perfectly okay. So feet underneath the hips, spreading out the toes. Imagine connecting with Mother Earth. Standing up nice and tall, and just take a moment to check in, simply noticing how you're feeling right now. No judgment, no criticism. Just simply bring your awareness all the way down to your feet, all the way to the tips of your fingers, into your body, out of your head, out of your thoughts, out of doing, into a mode of being. And as you breathe in, imagine breathing from your roots up to your crown. As you breathe out, imagine breathing from your crown down to your roots. And opening your eyes, I'm going to start off with a simple exercise. Breathe in as you breathe out. Bring one knee up or bring your opposite hand to your heart. Inhale, replace. Exhale the other side. Breathe in and out. Going at a nice dynamic pace. Breathing in and out through the nose. And as you pull one knee up, point the toes. And imagine the other foot. Imagine as if you're about to leap away from the earth. Now this exercise gets your heart rate up a little bit. Helps to connect right and left sides of the body. So a strong, forceful exhale in and out through the nose. And it also helps to get your lymphatic system, because our lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. So the only way we can get lymph moving through the body is by moving and getting our heart rate up as well. Also kind of cleans out the pipes, especially if you've spent a bit of time being sluggish and lazy over Christmas, which, you know, it's perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with that. And have a smile on your face. No, don't take everything too seriously. You can go a little bit slower if you need to. But try and go at a fairly good dynamic pace. Also good for coordination. Haven't got too long. 10 seconds. 8, 9, 10. And release. Just roll the shoulders a couple of times. And keeping the shoulders relaxed. Raise your arms up. Relax those shoulders, palms facing each other. Breathe in. As you breathe out, stretch it up and over. Inhale, pull the tummy in to lift. And exhaling up and over the other side. And just keep going at your own pace. Always remembering there's nowhere to get to. There's no perfect pose. There's nothing you need to do. And try and get into a state of flow so that it starts to feel like a moving meditation. So all you're aware of is connecting mind, body, breath, just being in the present moment. So you're not trying to force your body into any particular shape. There is no there to get to. So you may find you stretch a little bit further each time, but it's not about forcing. Also making space between the vertebrae in your spine. So this simple exercise helps you breathe more easily because we're stretching out the intercostal muscles. Also helps to realign the spine. So have a gentle grip with your feet as if you're gripping Mother Earth very gently. Not so much that you're tensing your feet, but just so you're aware of the connection with Mother Earth. Now Shadow is not normally on camera. He's usually out and about doing stuff. It's normally Miss Lulu that joins us. So we're very honoured by his presence today. coming up. Shake out your arms, shake your arms upwards. Here we go, shake out. And all the way down. We're going to do an exercise that works on our solar plexus and also good for rhythm and coordination. And inhale, pull your elbows back with a light fist. Exhale, lightly tap your diaphragm. And inhale, reach to touch your left foot. Exhale up, lightly tap your sternum. There we go, elbows, diaphragm, right foot, sternum. Elbows, diaphragm, left foot, sternum. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Don't worry if you can't quite touch your feet or if you get confused. I used to find this exercise really, really challenging. I get it wrong, but there is no wrong, okay? There is no wrong. There's no right or wrong. Woo, I forgot it there. Elbows, diaphragm, left foot, sternum. Elbows, diaphragm, right foot, sternum. Elbows, diaphragm, left foot, sternum. Elbows, diaphragm, right foot, sternum. One more round. Elbows, diaphragm, left, sternum. Elbows, diaphragm, right, sternum. Also, take the feet comfortably wide, toes pointing forward. You can spread out your toes, be connected to the earth, palms together, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend one knee and imagine you're trying to place something outside that foot. Inhale up, exhale, bend to the other side. Don't worry if you start a different way. Again, there's no rights or wrongs. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Don't worry if you're not quite near the floor. And you're going to gradually start to speed it up a little bit so it becomes a little bit more dynamic. So again, we get our heart rate up. Warming up into the knees, hips and ankles. Make it nice and dynamic. Remember, the more effort you put in, the more you get back. So often when we're feeling a bit tired and sluggish, we tend to become lazy, when actually sometimes what we need to do is just have even 5-10 minutes of doing, getting moving. Last one. Slowly lower the arms down. Bring the feet all the way in. You're going to come down into a kneeling position. Now I like to put a cushion behind because it's going to bend the ass. Because ideally you want your heels in contact with your sit bones. You can have more cushions if you need. And keeping your hands on your thighs, you're going to flex the spine. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. So your heart lifts, lift through the back of the heart. Keeping the head still, so the movement is all in the spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. Once you know what you're doing, close your eyes and take your awareness inwards. And anytime we work on the spine, it works the whole system because the central nervous system runs along the length of the spine. Get nice dynamic breaths in and out through the nose, especially on that exhale. Really pull the belly button in on that exhale. This also helps to build heat in the body and to stretch out the muscles on the front and back of the body and bring more mobility into the spine. So you get your head still, but don't try and keep it rigid, just don't kind of lift it up. Relax your jaw, bring a gentle smile to your face, have fun with it. Okay, we take life way too seriously. And then breathe in, hold the breath, apply root lock. So squeeze rectum, sex organs, navel, and imagine squeezing energy up your spine. So we're also squeezing cerebral spinal fluid up the spine, which kind of like, imagine a dry sponge Imagine filling that sponge with water so it becomes soft, pliant. When we squeeze that cerebral spinal fluid, our spine and whole body becomes a bit more fluid and supple. And when you need to, exhale. We're going to do the spine flex with the breath of fire. Now it can be a little bit challenging to start with, so the trick is to begin the breath of fire and then bring in the spine flex. And if you get stuck, if you get confused, just stop and start again. Do the breath, then bring in the flexing. So the breath of fire is that short, sharp breath in and out through the nose. So we begin like this. And once you've got your breath, start adding the movement. So you may find you inhale through center and exhale as you lift your heart front and back. So if you get stuck, remember everything is challenging when you do it for the first time, or even the first couple of times. And you just stop, keep the breath going, and bring in the movement. And one day it will just drop into place. Remember, everything is as easy as we tell ourselves it is. If we tell ourselves, oh, I can't do it, blah, 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 then you won't be able to. Again, once you know what you're doing, close your eyes, take your awareness inwards, and imagine that breath burning away any resistance, physical resistance, psychological, emotional resistance. And you've got 10 more seconds, and feel that heat building up in your body. Then breathe in, apply root lock again, squeeze in and up. Imagine all that energy, all that breath you've just generated, imagine it spreading out through your whole body. And when you need to, exhale and release. And just bring yourself onto your belly, onto your elbows. And have your elbows narrow, so your elbows are hugging your chest. Clasp your hands. Imagine a line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Feet about a little bit wider than hip width. Tuck your toes and relax the shoulders down your back. Now start to pull your belly button in tighter and tighter as you press their elbows into the floor. Breathe in again. This time as you breathe out, raise your hips, still focusing on that line from crown of the head to tailbone. Breathe in again, still facing the belly. As you breathe out, push through your heels, so you're resting on your elbows in forearm plank. Keep the body straight, steady, just focusing on the breath. Long, deep breathing. Bring your elbows a little bit narrow if you need to. Slide your shoulder blades down towards the back of your heart. And really pull up the thighs. And if you start to shake, that's okay. That's your nervous system readjusting. Pull in your pelvic floor muscles, squeeze your glutes, push through the heels. We've not got too long left. Strengthening the whole body, in and out, inner and outer strength. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Untuck your toes and stretch back to your heels into a kind of child's pose variation. And calm yourself up to sitting, either sitting or kneeling, or you can lay yourself down and just check in again. Simply noticing how you feel now. Remember, there's no right or wrong. It's just simply tuning in to the effects that that short sequence has on your body. And that was part of the class that we did this morning on Classify. So if you'd like to know more about joining in our full-length classes and joining our community, just drop a comment down below. And remember, you are amazing, you are strong, you are fierce, you are divine, and much love and light to you. Mwah!